Oh, Olivia Pope.
Relationships they see from the start. It's also
Olivia Pope. I'm sorry. Oh. This is management. And I'm here to give you a synopsis of the last episode of Scandal. So before I tell you about my disgust with Olivia Pope, good episode. I gotta give it to Shonda. Shonda gives no fucks. I mean, it was a good episode. I probably watched, I'm not sure what this one is, 507? I probably watched that episode 7 times. It was really good. And what I really love about this episode and what I really like about what's happening with Scandal is that it is, in order for this show to continue up into years 8, 9, and 10, it can't be the show that it started out to be, right? Although we could have gotten a little longer of the show that it started out to be. But it has to be a different show. I mean, there's only so many clients to fix. You know, there's only so many ways to take Olivia and Fitz away from each other. There's only so many ways to do that. So in order for this show to go into 8, 9, and 10, it really does have to become a different show. And I think we all get that, right? So, and that's sort of stepping out of the arc of the show and then coming, looking at it purely from an artistic point of view. How can the show have longevity beyond 5 years if it's going back and forth with this Scandal, with this Fitz and Jake are together? I'm sorry, not Fitz and Jake. Olivia and Fitz are together. Olivia's with Jake. Jake, it can't be that show if it can't be that for 10 years, right? So it really was a good episode. I absolutely enjoyed it. And the thing that I've really learned about this show and what I'm learning about Shonda is that in order to keep people's interest, like many of us will say, I'm not watching it anymore, but you will. You will, because the storylines are so intricate and there's so many layers that what you're hoping is that what you want to happen will happen, and you watch to see if it will, or you're thrown by what actually happens and you want to know how the show can possibly get back to its origin, going in the direction that it's going. Scandal is really good. Now, I'm going to put that aside. Olivia Pope is poison. She's a hot mess. And if Fitz really values his sanity, he'll get the fuck away from her. She's a basket case. Yes, she is. Yeah, I said it. She's a basket case. He should have stayed with Melly. If he's going to mess around with Olivia Pope, he should have stayed with Melody. Because Melody at least wasn't pretending to be something she wasn't. Olivia, you don't know what the hell she's on. One day she's I love Fitz. The next day she's plotting to get away from Fitz. I mean, all in the name of saving Fitz. I mean, I'm sick of her. I am. So let's talk about this show, because my nerves is bad. You got these Olivia Pope minions who refuse to see Olivia for what she is, which is a basket case. I keep getting stopped on the street and people keep asking me, why you bad-mouthing Olivia? Because she's cray-cray. Poison. Listen. Fitz is a lot of things. But when it comes to Olivia, he's only one thing. In love. That's it. He loves her unconditionally. He will do anything for Olivia. He'll go to war for Olivia. That's what he'll do. He will put the entire country at risk for the one woman he loves. You can call that immature. You can call that poor leadership. You can call that selfish. But what Olivia Pope needs to be calling it is unconditional love. He'll do anything for her. He can do better than Olivia. She's cray-cray. Yeah, I said it. I don't care. Let me tell you something. I do not give two shits and one fuck about what some of these people out here are saying because I criticize Olivia Pope. I don't care. She's crazy. She's ungrateful. She throws tantrums. She thinks she's better than other people when she is no different than anyone else. And what she needs to do is tell this one truth. Fitz, I am much happier being your side piece. I don't want to be your main chick. I would much rather you be with someone else full time and creep with you, and I creep with you part time. Be honest. Say that to Fitz. Say that to Fitz so that Fitz can make an educated decision about whether or not he wants to be with your cray-cray ass. Okay? She's crazy. Who goes to their lover's ex-wife and solicits the ex-wife to lie to your man in order to get out of a wedding? Who does that? Olivia freaking Pope. I don't care how you reason it. I don't care how you rationalize it. I don't care how you explain it. I don't care how you excuse it. That's foul. It is freaking foul. You could say she was doing it to save Fitz's presidency. How many times has Fitz told Olivia that he'd leave that White House to be with her? At least 3. And we can't presuppose that he didn't mean it. How many times did he say that they made this commitment to each other that they weren't going to lie at the defiance? Once. Who's the only one that's been lying? Olivia. I'm done with her. I am done with her until she gets her act together because she's on some other type of shit. I don't understand. I'm confused. So we've all seen the show. I don't care that you don't like my opinion because I have eyes and I can see. And one thing that I will not ever do is follow blindly behind the masses. Olivia Pope is the star of the show, and she's got mental issues. You know what I remember? And I'm going to leave this alone because I got to talk about Jake. I got some things to get off my chest about Jake. You know who summed up Olivia Pope? Mama Pope. He read her. Listen, Mama Pope read her for filth, but she told the truth. Remember when Olivia went to her mother in jail and Mama Pope said to her, did we not? Remember when Mama Pope said, did we not hug you enough as a child? She said, did we not give you enough hugs? Did we not tell you we loved you and that we valued you? Because Olivia is acting straight up crazy. She's acting crazy. And her mother, I don't went black on the screen. The mother called her out. Actually, the mother and father have called out. The mother and the father have told truth about Olivia. Now, of course, the Olivia Pope drones are going to say, well, they should. They the one that made her that way. Listen, we have all had some fucked up family lives at some point. You know, it is very rare, particularly in black communities, to have that perfect traditional family structure. You know, so parents love in the way that they know how to love. And when you're from the outside looking at it, you can judge it. But nobody is there. Nobody was there making the decisions. I would tell you this. If my parent had decided, you know, that they would send me to law school, pay for all of my law, off of my education, and the only requirement was that I have lunch with him once a week, or dinner, I don't know how bad that can possibly be, but apparently it tormented Olivia because she's a straight up basket case. Going to Fitz's ex-wife and plotting behind Fitz's back so that she don't have to marry him, so that she don't have to testify. Listen, I thought she loved the man. So what you really want is to not testify, right? You really don't want to testify because in your little twisted brain, it will mean that if you tell the truth, he's impeached and you go to jail. But if you get married a man, then you don't have to live that life. You know what? That's a tough decision to make. I'll give you that. It is a tough decision to make. I either marry this man and lose my life as I know it, or I free my significant other's son's killer, so that he can blackmail the Senate committee, and then we all can have our lives the way we want it. I mean, that's a tough decision to make. But you know what she should have done? Instead of having this conversation with Melly, she should have had the conversation with Fitz. And I don't care how you all out there who follow blindly behind Olivia Pope try to rationalize it. I don't care if he always goes with Olivia's opinion. I don't care if you think that he really is a boy. I don't care if you think that ultimately he would have laid the decision on Olivia's lap to make. She still owed Fitz that conversation. I don't care what you say. That was not, you don't go to your man's ex-wife and plot behind your man with his ex-wife on freeing the killer of their son so that you don't have to testify. That's some bullshit. You had that conversation with your man and let your man partner with you in making the right decision, because that's a tough one. What would Fitz have likely have done? I don't fucking know. He probably would have said, if you don't want to marry me, go tell the truth. I'll go to jail. Likely, he may have said, okay, let's go ahead and free your dad. Let's go ahead and do it. Who fucking knows? We'll never know. Why? Because Olivia decided to go plan and plot with a Melly instead of talking to her man. Oh, she gets on my nerves. Oh! You know what? Fitz should have stayed with Melly. In I believe that was season 2, when he had Olivia meet him at that restaurant, And he asked Olivia to be with him, and she said no. And then he said, okay, then we're done. Fitz should have washed his hands of Olivia Pope because she is nothing but poison. She's a basket case. You know, he can meet somebody else. She got too much going on. She's worse than Melly. Yeah, I said it. She's worse than Melly. She's worse than Melly because she presents herself as being this white hat toting person, you know, striving for the good in everybody, when essentially she's a liar, a cheat, a side piece, a killer. She's all of whatever you want to call Melly. She's that. She and Melly are the same. I'm sorry, they're not the same. Melly owns who she is. She knows that she's heartless. How you gonna sit up and say, you know, if I hadn't met you, I would never had to have your kids? I mean, they're your kids. Millie is just, she's out there. But Millie owns who she is. She doesn't pretend she's somebody else. And you know what else? You know what else? Fitz told her that. Remember that episode? After he found out that everybody that he trusted plotted against him to illegally what's it called? Fix an election, and the only person he really expected to do it was Melly. And he said to Melly, "You're the only one who has been authentic about who you are." And he's right. So for all of you out there who say I hate Olivia Pope, I don't hate Olivia Pope. I'm sick of her. Oh, basket case. Going to talk to that man's ex-wife and having her forge his signature to get her father out of jail. And that brings me to the next part. Jake. I hate Jake. Okay. These writers. So, 2 episodes ago, we found out that Jake has a wife. Didn't I tell you guys, too, in my last blog that lady was going to die? Didn't I tell you that? So, she's dead. The wife that he's had for a long time that we only found out about 2 episodes ago, she's dead. Now, Jake was going to go be with her because, you know, old cray-cray Olivia done told him that she's going to marry Fitz. Okay. So the lady went there to kill Rowan. Rowan killed her. Now, Olivia done plotted with Melly to get her father released. So now Jake has a purpose, to kill Olivia's father. You know, I'm telling you, and I will repeat this again, this is how this is going to end. Jake is going to die, and I'm glad. When you hold somebody's storyline onto them being the savior, that gets old quicker than Olivia and Fitz's relationship. He's going to die trying to kill Rowan. In fact, here's my prediction. He may end, Papa Pope will kill Jake, but he will die doing it. Jake and Papa Pope are going to die this season. That's my prediction. So, I'm done. I've said what I've had to say. I know that you guys are, you Olivia people, y'all just so funny. It is so funny how you talk about Melly and how selfish she is and how she finds herself to be blameless, and how she never really loved Fitz, and blah 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 blah. But everything that you know what? I'm gonna tell you what. Olivia Pope has trumped Melly in deviousness. What she did is worse than defiance. What she did was worse than going to war to save the person you love. What she did, really, I'm going to have to say that shit's unforgivable. Gonna go to his ex-wife and ask her. Now she gonna ask her to commit a crime to get her off the hook of marrying the man she claims to love. So let me ask you this, people that say that Olivia Pope really loves Fitz. Is that okay? Is it okay that she went and got Fitz's ex-wife to commit a crime so that she don't have to marry the man she claims she loves? That all right? Oh, Olivia gets on my nerves. Well, I've said all I have to say. I really want Fitz to drop Olivia. Just drop her. And I don't want Olivia to have a bad life. I just don't want her to have a life with Fitz. And you know what? This is how much I don't want Fitz with Olivia. I'd rather she be with Jake. I do. I want her to go with Jake because Jake is useless and she's crazy. So I think that they would make a good couple. Fitz just want to be with the person he loves. That's it. And he would do anything to be with her. He needs somebody besides Olivia. And I'll make this prediction. Fitz, when this is all said and done, he's going to decide he don't want to be with Olivia Pope. And she'll be heartbroken. Because she will have pushed him to the limit one time too many. And at that point, he's going to realize that he could have just stayed with Melly. He could have just stayed with the mother of his children instead of being with this woman who says she loves him but refuses to be honest with him. I don't want Olivia with Fitz. And if it's a choice between Fitz and Jake, I'm going to say it right now. She can go be with Jake. Hopefully, she's with Jake when Papa Pope puts that bullet to his head. All right. I said what I had to say. I'll stand behind everything I said, too. I don't care. So, good episode. Really good episode. Actually, I haven't checked to see what the ratings are because they've been kind of, They haven't been bad, but definitely we haven't seen it hasn't reached 9 million viewers yet. In fact, Grey's Anatomy has more total viewers than does Scandal. Although Scandal has the highest number of viewers between, I believe it's 18 and 49. So I want to check the views, but from my standpoint, it's really been a good season. It really has. Like I said, season 4. I think I watched the last episode twice. I've watched every episode of season 5 at least 3 times. And this last one, I kept watching it because I'm like, did I really see what I just saw? Did she really go and bring Millie back into their relationship after Fitz escorted her out? You know what that makes her? Some of y'all gonna need to close. That makes her Millie's bitch. I mean, it won't last long because because too many people know that she made this plan with Melly. So she won't be Melly's bitch for long. But for a short period of time, she'll be Melly's bitch. Because Fitz's perfect Olivia shows she ain't perfect. In fact, she's no different than most average people. She lies. She pulls other people in their lies. And probably worst of all, she lies to Fitz. Don't want her with him. I don't. So, I never really was an Olitz person. Now, I'm absolutely not an Olitz person. I don't want Fitz with her. I want them to write in another character for Fitz to fall in love with. And it would serve her right, Olivia. Not because she didn't appreciate him, but because she started sleeping with somebody else's husband in the first place. And when you do that and you move up to main chick, that means your spot as side chick is now open. So there. But I don't want it for that. I want Fitz to be with somebody that can appreciate that he loves that person unconditionally. I do. Does he deserve it? Who knows? I think we all do. But what he does deserve is better than Olivia Pope. So, anyway, you guys have a good night. And, management loves you. You take care of yourselves. And I will catch you on the other side. All right? See you next Thursday.